Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories, hotties, and constant disappointments, naughties. Here are your hosts, Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe.
Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty. My name is Michael Beck.
My name is Hicks.
And I'm Dwight Slappe.
Boys, it's July. It's July. It's a celebration of the birthday of several countries, including the one we live in, which is not France yet.
Oh shit!
But yeah. So boys, what have you done to celebrate the 250th anniversary of this very nation, these United States of America?
Well, I was in a production of the hit musical 1776, so that's part of the America 250 here in Huntington, West Virginia.
No, that sounds very exciting for those of us who love musicals. Yeah, excellent. Dwight, how about you? Which patriotic musicals have you been in?
I want to apologize to Slice for not seeing 1776, but for my mental health, I decided this year I'm not seeing any local plays. I was in a space where I can't see plays right now.
Hey, been there.
It's hard, man.
Been there.
It's hard.
Also, what could be being a better American than not supporting the local art scene?
Exactly. I was like, what would our president do? Not see a play.
Not until they rename it the Keith Albee Trump Performing Arts Center. Then Dwight will go.
And then only if the guys from The Village People are starring in 1776.
And John Adams as portrayed by Kid Rock.
Now, I think we would watch that. If somebody wanted to do that, I think we would watch it.
I'd pirate it for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay for it. You're right. Wouldn't pay for it.
I'm going to pirate the shit out of that, yeah.
I'm ashamed to say I would definitely go to a staged reading of Hamilton starring Lee Greenwood as Alexander Hamilton. I'm deeply ashamed. So, boys, your...
I would pay good money to see Lee Greenwood try to rap anything. Like anything.
Oh man!
See, out of touch white guys rapping, was the hit thing in the early 90s. Everyone had to endure perhaps an elderly social studies teacher at their middle school or high school do this. And now, like lots of things from the 90s, it's back, baby. White guys rapping. Hugely popular, and not even a little cringe. Not even a little.
My algorithm showed me Ice Capades. You guys remember Ice Capades?
Of course.
From the early 90s, and they were Super Mario themed. And in the middle of it, the guy who played Mr. Belvedere came out as Bowser on like this motorized buggy on the ice. And then he had to rap about being Bowser.
This is the most American thing I have ever heard of. Okay, it's the middle of July, so let's all go into an ice palace.
Did you like Mr. Belvedere, but there just wasn't enough white guy rapping in it for you? Yeah, here we are.
Yeah. Tragically, Bob Uecker was unavailable for the Ice Capades.
He was killed while trying to breakdance at intermission.
I can only imagine the hilarious string of profanity that would have emerged from Bob Uecker when being asked, "Hey, do you want to do this Super Mario rap for us, Bob?" One of the funniest men who's ever lived, Bob Uecker. R.I.P. Or maybe, is Bob Uecker still with us?
No, we lost him like a year ago. So
yeah. He had a great run. So, Bob Uecker is a great introduction to our hottie category this week, our first one, which is, what is the hottiest thing about Independence Day? And we've already touched on this a little bit, but the musical joy related to the celebration of our nation's founding. But boys, the hottiest thing about Independence Day is, of course, patriotic marches. I love patriotic marches. It is one of my worst qualities. I understand this, but I can't get enough of a great brass band or wind ensemble playing Sousa marches on the 4th of July. I will attend a concert of patriotic marches, even an outdoor concert, and I strongly oppose any sort of creative behavior out of doors. I just love fire up the Washington Post march or the Stars and Stripes forever, and just, man, I'm happy as a clam. Happy as a
Let her rip. Let her rip.
Yeah. And it doesn't bother me that it's just me and a bunch of 10,000-year-old white guys wearing, just like the cheapest Trump paraphernalia that's like dissolving in the heat because it's so cheap and warm. It's all of us there enjoying the works of John Philip Sousa together.
I'm only showing up if there's like a little league team in the back of a truck throwing double bubble at me. That's when I show up to these things.
It's always double bubble too.
It's
always the
gotta be.
shittiest candy.
You're lucky
It's
if there's
Jolly
some
Ranchers
dum-dums.
that are now liquid. They're little bombs wrapped in plastic, ready to explode.
Mhm. It's
Fuck,
going to
they
be there
still
for
make
days.
They still make Spree? Okay.
And they're never tossing packs of Big League Chew to you. Never.
No,
Ever.
God, no.
Yeah.
How are today's
that-
kids ever going to get into chewing tobacco if the parade floats don't throw Big League Chew to them?
Mm-hmm. It's bad enough when they took the candy cigarettes away.
One of the things I love about patriotic marches is all of them have a 2.5-minute commercial for male pouch tobacco wedged into the middle of them. It's not many people know that because no one listens to patriotic marches, but it's true. Yeah, they're doing their part.
Recently, I was at a store that was selling candy cigarettes, and I cannot place. It may have been the Cracker Barrel, if you could imagine such a thing.
Oh, shocker.
Slice, what is your hottiest thing about Independence Day?
That's the cookouts. I love a good cookout, man. I like to operate the grill, but I also love the other things that come with the cookout. I love the cut up watermelon, fresh salad assortment over there, that cooler full of nice cold frosty beverages to beat the heat as I'm standing over that grill. And I don't have to get too fancy on that grill either. Burgers and dogs, that's just fine. I don't have to worry about steak. Maybe I'll get a little funky, throw some chicken thighs on there. I don't know. It's the 4th, baby. And if I overcook a couple burgers, it is what it is. I was sitting there drinking my beer. It's my day off. Today it falls on a Saturday, so I got Friday off too. That's a nice part of it, but the cookout, that's what I'm here for. Corn on the cob, man. Corn on the freaking cob, right?
Yes.
That's the best way to eat it.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is the superior. Do not cut that stuff off. I am not an infant. Butter me up.
I love the annual buttering of Slice. That's my favorite. My favorite Independence Day tradition.
Starts in 2
even more than
hours.
patriotic marches. Yeah. Now,
a lot of communities skip the buttering of Slice, and they're like, well, Slice doesn't live here. It's like each community has a Slice. You just have to, if one doesn't appear naturally, you have to appoint a Slice in your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Appoint him and just pray I never get slayed, because if I'm slain, then all the other slices will dissolve into thin air. We're like vampires that way. Buttery vampires.
See, I believe that the spirit of Slice visits every community on the 4th of July, just like Santa Claus.
I come to bring you a overcooked burnt hot dog and a Coors Banquet. I put it in your stocking.
God bless the USA, yes. Dwight, what is your hottiest thing about Independence Day?
Well, there, as a spoiler for the rest of the podcast, my naughty category is the naughtiest thing about July in general, because this is one of my least favorite months, and I really don't enjoy the 4th of July whatsoever. There are lots
Yes.
of things. Yeah, there are lots of things going on that I don't like, and I'll save those in case those are your least favorite things about July. So I thought I'd look up, hey, who was born on July 4th? And who do I find? West Virginia's own Bill Withers was born on the 4th of July. So, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Bill Withers, great singer-songwriter, Lean on Me, Ain't No Sunshine, Just the Two of Us, was born on July 4th.
All bangers.
And I feel, as I'm wearing my West Virginia State Parks t-shirt, I feel obliged to give a shout out to one of the more underrated songwriters of the 20th century. I could have also gone with Geraldo Rivera, but I think overall, if you look at their social and long-lasting impact, I'll go with Bill Withers, but it was close.
Geraldo's Bangers production is not quite as high as Bill Withers. Yeah.
No. He did give us that great Joe Keenan book, Geraldo. God, what's the name of that book?
Red Lobster, White Trash in the Blue Lagoon.
Yes, it's a great book. At the end, spoiler, at the end, he meets Geraldo, and it really reshapes the way he thinks about everything.
But then he really let us down with Al Capone's Vault, if you remember that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, put yourself in Geraldo's situation. If you had access to a vault owned by Al Capone, would you not have milked it for all it was worth?
I mean, it was a smart play, but it was woof. The payoff, there was not much of a payoff, but yeah.
I would argue that the Al Capone's Vault stuff is the least terrible thing that Geraldo has done in his career.
It's true.
Yeah, good point. Fellas, welcome back. Now, to continue our theme with July, Independence Day, and all those things, I thought for my hottie, I'd go with, and since also I was just in 1776, who's your hottiest founding father? Well, there's some recency bias that I'm going to display right now, a little Homerism. So in 1776, I played a little guy called named Caesar Rodney, and I didn't know much about Caesar Rodney going into this. I was like, oh, whatever. Sounds like a cool name, right? Caesar Rodney, definitely the coolest name of all the founding fathers, right?
Is it?
Caesar Rodney, that's a sweet name. You tell me who's got a cooler name. Who's got a cooler name out of the founding fathers?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the list. John
Button Gwinnett.
There's a name you can set your watch by. John Adams.
Anyway, Caesar Rodney sounds like a superhero to me. But Caesar Rodney from Delaware. So he didn't know much about him. This guy, cool background. He had face cancer, so he wore a mask. It was like a green silk mask. That's pretty sweet to begin with. Your name's Caesar Rodney. You wear a green silk mask. That's dope. Delaware was deadlocked on the vote for independence, Thomas McKean and George Reed. Now, Beck, you're going to have to correct me on all this stuff because this is going to be a butchering of fact and fiction because, I mean, the play 1776 is not exactly accurate because in the play, I'm on my deathbed up in Delaware and Colonel McKean comes up and brings me back down and I stumble in and cast the deciding vote. But in reality, he sent a letter, McKean did, and told Rodney that they were deadlocked. And so Rodney immediately got on a horse and, well, it was either horseback or horse carriage. There's some debate there, apparently. And he rode 80 miles straight through the night in a thunderstorm to make it in time for the vote for independence, and was able to break the deadlock and, secure American independence there. So that's pretty badass to me. And amongst other things, he served for the state of Delaware in multiple capacities, ranging from sheriff all the way to president of Delaware, speaker, a number of things. So pretty cool dude, I think, to live up to that name and that mask. John Adams is quoted as having said he was the oddest looking man in the world. He had the face the size of an apple. So that also kind of segues from our earlier discussion of Mario adaptations. If you remember the Super Mario Brothers movie and King Koopa in it with the tiny face, that's what I picture when I think of Caesar Rodney. So he had the face the size of an apple. That's crazy.
Tiny-faced great Americans, I obviously go straight to Charlie Kirk. I mean, that's...
yeah.
Caesar Rodney's direct descendant.
What about you? Yep, go ahead.
No. Nothing, just amused with my own joke, as usual.
Dwight, what about you? Who's
well, I want to know
audience?
if does Beck have any notes on the Caesar Rodney?
Well, due to the extensive prep I've done for this segment, Slice, I was just I was wondering. So when Caesar Rodney was doing his famous ride from Delaware to Philadelphia, which in his defense was a legitimate act of physical courage. Well, during that time, was he hoisted on the shoulders of the numerous enslaved people who worked for him? Like, were they sort of carrying him to Philadelphia? Well, they were also all, of course, dying of face cancer, because I assume that he made sure that anyone he owned also had to suffer from his ailments, because God knows Caesar Rodney couldn't look at someone else's perfect cancer-free face without throwing into a blind rage.
Yeah, there is that. Maybe he wasn't so hot. Like, I guess I just, I'm still in the character, I guess, and I can't let go.
Oh my God, you don't have slaves, do you?
No, just kids.
No.
And they won't do anything I ask them to do. So it's kind of like the opposite.
Yeah, that's okay, Slice. I'll tell you a secret. If you go back in time more than 10 or 15 years, most white guys are a huge piece of shit. You know what? If we go into the present, into perhaps even this very podcast, lots of white guys are still huge pieces of shit.
Yeah. Maybe I should have said hottiest deed by a founding father, although George Washington definitely would have beat Caesar Rodney and all this stuff anyways. But it was a cool feat,
But the past is also complicated, and God only knows what fucked up stuff we're doing in the present now that we're 200 years in the future, people might look back on us and go, oh my God, this man ate a hamburger every day. Just the wickedness of it, it's which is morality changes. People do fucked up things. That doesn't excuse, of course, what they did. It was wrong then and is wrong now. But if it's a whole fucking thing. Come to my TED Talk every Tuesday and Thursday on the street corner. I yell at strangers.
Well, Dwight, I set the bar pretty low. So who's your audience founding father?
Well, Slice, you'll be shocked to know the only prep I did for this was to Google which founding fathers were anti-slavery.
Yeah.
So my answer is John Jay. John Jay is my hottiest founding father. A staunch abolitionist, and went on to pass laws when he was governor of New York to abolish slavery there. Also went on to be Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, where I'm sure he passed some very reasonable laws.
A little historical secret is that except for like a couple of years in the 50s and 60s there. The Supreme Court's always been just total garbage. Very reactionary.
Is there, off the top of your head, is there anything about John Jay that's interesting, Beck?
Well, his name is alliterative, so that's fun.
That's what drew me to him immediately. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And punchy,
like I won't forget
like
this
that.
guy's name.
Yeah.
What was his face the size of?
A mango. A mango. Can you believe it?
Tropical.
Mango. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know a ton about John Jay, and you've basically covered the things I do know about him. I think maybe he was one of the peace
you
commissioners.
went to school for how long?
I think he was one of the peace commissioners who went to negotiate the Treaty of Paris that ended the
that is true.
revolution.
I saw that in my research as well.
But I do know that New York was really like it was a slave colony and a slave state. There were a surprising number of enslaved people, not just in New York City, but also in the plantations along the Hudson Valley. Those Dutch people were real fucked up in the Hudson Valley. And so like being anti-slavery in New York wasn't just like a pro forma thing where, you know, it was easy to abolish slavery in Boston because there weren't very many enslaved people, but like it was a real thing in New York. Yeah.
Now Google just told me that John Jay owned at least 17 enslaved people over the course of his life. I mean, it's not the 200 that Caesar Rodney was out there with, but
are you sure that that's not Grok that told you that? Because Grok is very racist.
Grok, are you on your shit again here? Damn it, Grok. No, this looks like it was Columbia University. Yeah, man.
I mean, there were people even at the time had, you know, complex evolving. Well, I should say white people had complex evolving views of slavery. Enslaved black people had a pretty clear, consistent.
Yeah, I think.
Wait, I stand corrected. Maybe it was Grok. Now, the Northeast Slavery Record Index says that though there were members in his family, there's no evidence that John Jay invested in the slave trade himself. So I don't know, man. But that's
thank you. You can if you judge me by my family, you guys would never talk to me.
Likewise.
Dwight's dad owns like 40 people. It is fucked up.
To his credit, they are all white. Every single one of them.
And he's never met any of them. This is all just like over the mail.
He sends like $50 a month. They send him little tchotchkes. Well, Beck, it's your turn to shame us all here. Bring it on.
The shame is actually going to be a surprise twist. And my founding father is in fact going to be Abigail Adams, the wife of John Adams, who actually Abigail Adams wasn't a father at all. She was in fact a lady patriot.
What?
And I love Abigail Adams. The older I get, the more I love her. We know a lot about her because of all of the correspondence between John and Abigail Adams. I love her. She was really a tiger mom, which was kind of bad. The Adams were not terrible parents. They had super high expectations, and a lot of Adamses over the generations got driven to dying of suicide and alcoholism because of the incredible pressure that older generations of the family would put on each subsequent one. Yeah, it was real fucked up. And Abigail started a lot of that. I should probably describe more reasons I like her rather than...
You're kind of doing the reverse of what Dwight and I did. I mean, you're exposing yourself, and I appreciate that.
We can circle back to her being a monster, but let's try to build her up.
Yeah. Build her up before we break her down.
Yeah, no, she encouraged her husband in writing to remember the ladies at Independence Hall. Of course, John Adams didn't do that. He sort of laughed at or ignored his wife when she would say, "Hey, there are people other than guys named John who were in the country who could do things." John Jay, John Adams, John, Caesar, Rodney, all those guys. And also was personally courageous. She and her children watched part of the Battle of Bunker Hill from their farm outside of Boston, and I don't know, just was really cool. Yeah, read more about Abigail Adams, everyone. Let's erect more statues to her. There we go.
Or watch that HBO miniseries where she's played by the very talented Laura Linney.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Now, everything you said you just learned from that miniseries, right? You've never actually read a book. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
He doesn't have a degree in history. He's been secretly playing EverQuest all this time and just watching miniseries on the other monitor and just getting all its facts from there.
Time for that naughty. And as I said earlier, we're going with the naughtiest thing about July. At least in the eastern half of the United States, and Europe, it's insanely hot, and everybody's pretty miserable. But the worst thing about July, to me, is that there are fucking children everywhere. Have you guys noticed this?
Mm-hmm.
They should be in. I know there's not school right now, but there should be a place to put them that maybe isn't school, or maybe they should just be going to school year round. Because as the independent man of leisure that I am, if I go to the store in the middle of the day, I've got kids like running and like almost knocking into me. And society says I can't backhand them. But all my instincts, everything in me says, oh, I should strike these children. But I can't. I mean,
Founding fathers
maybe one
would've.
day How many times have you backhanded your kid, Slice? Just a straight backhand.
Can't do that. Caesar Rodney might have, not Slice though. Slice never did.
Dwight, channel your inner Abigail Adams the next time you're at the big Kroger. Just give those kids such a fucking complex, they immediately begin chugging rum.
What I've started to do, because kids don't understand personal space, as you know, Slice, having made 2 mistakes, that when I'm in
Only
public and they walk too close, I give a loud "ha!" as just almost to let the parents know, I don't want this here. Can you please do something? And also, this world's crazy right now. You could be accused of you being too close to the kid. It's important to make it clear that you don't want to be anywhere near these little sticky monsters. Like, I tried to go to the pool last week. That pool was lousy with children. Children that probably didn't bathe before they got in that pool. Just doing all their TikTok dances and their Digimon, and playing with their pogs. I'm tired of it. I miss those days where I knew that where children were going to be at least until 3 p.m. These are the dark days of summer where I don't get that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you've got to go to the pool in like the middle of November when you know they're going to be in school.
Yeah.
At least you have a safe space. You can stay inside at your place and you're safe. I don't have that. everywhere. Store, the pool, everywhere. They're always there, always watching, always sticky, always TikToking, always all these things. No.
On July 4th week, you want me to give up my freedom and stay in the house. How dare you? How dare you?
Find a nice elderly community to go break into, jump the fence, and go swim in their pool.
Well, then I become a piece of meat. I'm just the younger guy all the widows want to get a hold of. You know what I'm saying?
Where's the problem here? Come on, man.
A lot of elderly communities are cesspools for VD.
Oh,
That's
you're right.
true.
Yeah. Good call. They got medicine. They got ointments and pills. Clear that up in no time.
And Slice, it's not like old people are better than children.
That's true.
Come on.
Yeah.
They never walk in straight lines.
I have a list here of the acceptable ages for someone to be.
Excellent.
21, 28, between the ages of 38 and 52, end of list. Those are the ages you're allowed to be. That's it.
That's pretty definitive. Yep.
Yeah.
No arguments.
No.
Yeah, and we're not talking about other people. We wouldn't want to hang out with us at those other ages.
No, heavens no. No. I do look forward to just how unbearable I'm going to be if I make it into my 80s, or God forbid, even 60s.
All bets are off if I reach my 60s. You guys are going to see quite a transformation. Beck, what's the worst thing about July?
Well, I mean, this is such low-hanging fruit, but it's also still on the tree, so I'm going to pick it. The humidity. I don't like the humidity. The heat doesn't bother me that much. 90, 95 degree day, low humidity, sure, yeah, I'll do that. Go stand in the sun for a while, then into the shade when I get too hot, cool off, back into the sun, all of that, wonderful. For all those times when I'm outside during the day. But it's just the humidity makes my hair poof out into in the terrible hair. And it's just I don't like the sticky, moist. No one likes moist. And I don't like the humidity, and the humidity also makes people be in a worse mood. I think people are worse drivers. People are less courteous at stores because they're usually so courteous in stores these days, or at public events. But yeah, no, just and I know that there's not really much of a contingent out there going, "Yay, humidity is the best. We all love humidity," but it's terrible. No, thank you. No, thank you, July.
I mean, the three of us are no strangers to an immense amount of sweat, and the humidity doesn't help at all.
Not at all. Drags it right out of its body.
Yep. Slice, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, humidity, that's hard to compete with, but if I had to, well, I do have to. It's part of the show. It's my electric bill. My electric bill.
Nice.
That is the naughtiest part of
Yes.
July is my motherfucking electric bill, man. I'd like to go on vacation. Maybe I'd be able to have a nice dinner, but no, that electric bill says, "Hey, friend, I've got other plans." slap several $100s down to keep that AC going, bud. Oh, your kids it's too hot outside, so your kids are cranking up those Xboxes, downloading all the stuff all day. Oh, yeah, all those things. Yep. Gotta, the washing machine, you got all these stupid appliances that make your life so much better, but then you got to pay for them.
You can't wash clothes in July. Everybody knows that.
No, God, no. Because I'm sweating through so many. I've got more clothes to wash. So, hey.
That's why I'm just naked in most of July. It's the simplest approach. Yeah.
And I may be wrong here because they make it, to me, a little bit more difficult to understand. But don't you get charged? I know with the water company, at least, you get charged more the more you use. Well, naturally, but I think it's like a higher rate the more you use as well. But with the electric company, do they do that as well? Do you guys know? Because it sure feels like it.
I don't know. I was always on the average rate plan,
Okay.
where it would just be consistent year round. Um, I guess the same way teachers take their salaries, even though they're not working. Um, yeah, they would just figure out your average bill and do that after a period of time.
Maybe I need to look into that because this is not average.
Yeah, I went to grad school with a guy who owns the utility company, so he just gives me my free bucket full of energy every month. I don't.
Mr. Power Man. God. Lucky dog.
It's easy with Beck's coal-powered air conditioner. I want to congratulate us. I think for the 4th holiday in a row, we've done an episode where we talk about it after the holiday will be over for our listener.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Our core audience are people that just won't let shit go. So thank you. Thank you.
We are recording on 4th of July, so I'm about to be buttered up here shortly. But maybe I'll record it and post it, and you'll give us some grace for releasing this after the actual holiday.
Yeah, if we could get some footage of Slice being buttered up and posted on our socials, I think you can forgive us.
Please.
Now are they gonna film long enough to where they put those little holders in your mouth and butt?
God, maybe. That's the free stuff is the buttering. You've got to pay for the subscription to get the little corn cob shoved up my mouth and butt.
So the holders are OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
When you brought up the corn cob holders, I thought, okay, I see where Dwight's going with this. Yeah, stick one in both ears.
That's what I was thinking too.
Nope.
No. How are you going to pick up a whole slice like that? You can't do it.
You got spit
First
roast
of all,
me.
You'll rip his head clean off of his neck if you try to lift him up that way. It's
right.
Yeah.
This is where all the weight is. There's nothing down here. Look at this.
You've got to...
I don't want to put the corn cob holders there. Logistically, that's where I have to put them.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah.
Well, you have to use the strength of the human of Slice's human spine to sort of bear the structural.
We all know Slice doesn't have a human spine. He has a panda spine.
Mm-hmm. My bamboo spine.
That's true.
We can end on that very inside joke.
Right.
Yes.
This episode brought to you by ankylosing spondylitis.
That's it for our show. You can find us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
We hope you have a great week.
Thanks for listening. We love you.
Thank you for listening. This has been Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories and constant disappointments, as hosted by Michael Beck, Slice Hicks, and Dwight Slappe. Editing and production by Michael Sullivan. Our theme is Handel's Entrance of the Queen of Sheba for Two Oboes, Strings, and Continuo Allegro, as performed by the Advent Chamber Orchestra. Crystal Howe speaking.